What's up, people? Welcome back to the channel. Got this. I say this all the time, but got a quick little video here. Just want to talk about these are like, I guess in my personal opinion, the five best cards, the top five cards reprinted in the past year. Yeah, I guess usually I would save it for should come out the end of the year, but I'm just gonna go ahead and get ahead of it and just do it right now because it's just fresh in my mind. Starting off with Vision Hero Ferris. So like I understand that like like heroes like they're not like super top tier. It's not like the best, but heroes are very popular. And the thing about it is they like people usually really want to run heroes. They want to run heroes. They want to run it competitively. They want to run it good at their locals. They want to have the best hero deck to play with their friends. A hero player will always play the best hero cards, and Vision Hero Ferris is one of the best hero cards. Like, is very. I remember like the whole like the Dark Hero thing. Like when this when this was going crazy, it was really good deck. It was really fun, and you had no choice but to pay a lot of money. I think these were like $35 a piece at one point. The increases were like 14, 20 bucks a piece. So like it was a really expensive engine, and now and it also was an engine that like people it wasn't even really like for it was competitive, but for the most part it wasn't even like really competitive at like that. It's just that that was just the best way to play heroes, and if you're a competitive player that's what you would use. So that kind of would force other people, well, if I want to be a hero player and I want to play the best hero deck, I have to spend all this money. And now you don't. Both this one and Increase got the reprint. It is very affordable, but I really do like this as a reprint because it gave easy access to like the casual players to be able to play heroes without having to. Well, I guess I guess that defeats the point because a lot of people have already paid a whole bunch of money to get it. If you're a hero player and you wanted to play heroes, you were gonna pay the money anyway. But if you're just getting into the game and you really love heroes, you now don't have to pay the freaking absurd like what like what like 90 what like 110 $115 price point for a small engine. Yeah, that's yeah, rant. Here we go again. Okay, and so for the second one, I do have Saline. Yeah, Saline, Queen of the Master Magicians. This one right here, it the reason why she was expensive was just because she didn't have a reprint. She wasn't like she also was okay. Yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself. She was very much like the core of how Sky Strikers got to Access Code Talker. Like like if you ran Sky Strikers and you would basically run Effect Veiler, and that would pretty much give you all the like through all your combos you'd be able to end on Access Code Talker, and that was like the only way to get to it was pretty much with, let's say, Lean. And then she also had to use in Invoked for the longest time. In Invoked, she had herself like a use again to go into Access Code Talker. They basically her entire her like I guess not her entire history, but most of her history is an easy way to get into Access Code Talker, either if you have spellcasters or you're running Effect Veiler. So because of that, because she just had that one small use, and that one small little use was just so monumental to a lot of decks being meta. She just commanded a very high price point. I remember I had like a set of these and they're like $15, and I'm like, oh, these are really expensive. I better get rid of these before they shoot down, before they crash to like 5 a piece. She ended up shooting to like 30. I think she got almost a 50 at one point. So it's I'm very glad to see that this card got reprinted, made it like easy access for like casual players who are trying to get into Sky Striker, especially because the whole deck got reprinted. But like people who are just oh, I want to play like a good casual deck, they could play Invoked, and now they don't have to spend $30 to $50 on just this one card to to freaking like get into Access Code Talker. So this was a good reprint. I do like that. Middle of the road here, number 3, I have Ash Blossom that came from the tin. Now, I know this is not its first reprint. A lot of the card, like pretty much all the cards on here is that's the first time it's been reprinted. But this one right here, I thought that this was gonna shoot back up. Like we can even look it up right here. I thought this right here was going to shoot back up to like $15-$20. That's exactly what I thought was going to happen. But that is very much not the case. Like this reprint, it's actually been going down. It was at that point, And then yeah, over the course over the past couple months, it's been slowly coming back down. You got $8.50, $9. So this is pretty much like a $9 card, and that's actually really good. Having a hollow ash blossom also in this rarity, I really do like this rarity. So like having an ash blossom in this rarity for literally under $10, that's very very good. That it brings down the other ash blossoms to where okay, you got this one. Where is it at? Where was it? Okay, perfect. Yeah, there it was. I just pulled up a random common one. See, now the common ones are coming down to $5, $6. See, this is good. I very much thought that these commons were gonna be like the. I thought these commons were gonna be the price that these are right now. These are eight. No, the commons are about $3 to $4, and these are commanding a $8 price point. So this reprint, actually, it's for like right now, the time I'm making this video, have actually finally calmed down the price of Ash Blossom to where it is an affordable card, and because of that, I like this reprint. It kind of bridges the gap between casual, competitive, and very much makes it easier for younger slash newer players or maybe more inexperienced players coming into the game to be able to actually actually compete. I understand everyone can have fun with Yu-Gi-Oh and the way they want. You don't have to win to have fun, but unfortunately, the way Yu-Gi-Oh is the way it is, winning is fun, and being able to have access to Ash Blossom is awesome, and that is also fun. All right, so number four, it was called number four. This will be number five, whatever. Triple Tactics Talent. This card, especially also too, because it got in another reprint in this just recently in the Magnificent Mavens. So having this card reprinted not only once but twice, like I just said that, but was so good. Like there is so many decks that just need triples tactics talents, which meant that there was a lot of people for the longest time that were just miserable, complete misery of man. I do not want to spend $120 for a set of triples tactics talents to play my freaking casual deck. You know, like I don't want to go. It's like man, I want to go to locals, but all I have is one triples tactics talent. I don't have the means, I don't have the money, I just don't want some, like sometimes you don't want to spend a lot of money. Like I very much feel that, like if, you should spend like, you should spend, some money, especially if you want it shiny, depending on, like the kind of card it is, what it does, like sometimes cards are worth their price point in the context of the game. But also too, with a card like Triples Texas Talent, it was super expensive, very hard to get, and you needed 2 to 3 of them, and decks that were like tier 1.5 or lower could not exist without Triples Tactics Talent. There was like two solid formats of, if you can't survive 2 hand traps, then your deck is trash. So Triples Tactics Talent was literally the only way some of these regular decks could just exist. So having this available to more people, especially too, because Konami has kind of kept the meta, kind of kept the meta in a way that, yeah, hand traps have phased out a bit, but Triples Tactics Talents is still a good card to have, because if you do get hand trapped, it's a good way to punish it. Not only that, usually your opponent puts up a whole bunch of monsters that have negates, so you go and play one card, it gets negated. Triples Tactics Talent gives you another way to out stuff. So having this card out there more widely available is always good in my book. And for the last card right here, Access Code Talker. I am very glad that this finally got I don't I know it got the gold rare reprint, but the problem was it was just commanding a very high price. Like the gold reprint was like $50, so it's like you go and pay, well, I think it was like $75 to $90. It kept fluctuating. But let's just say $75. You either pay $75 for the secret, or you pay $50 for the gold, and then the golds had a little bit of issues with the shipping. So having Access Code Talker reprinted in a very nice rarity, in a in a like kind of a I don't know, I don't, because like it was a bit shorted, so it wasn't like it wasn't perfect. I don't want to say that Konami just like they did it perfect, but check this out. You got the secret rare. It's saying 30. Let's just go off the market price. Say it's like 38.40. You got this one right here, 25, 27, 24, 26. Access code talk. See, $25 for access code soccer is fine. Like in the context of Yu-Gi-Oh and how much we spend on the game, $25 for a card like Access Code Talker, if you just need the one copy, that's fine. Like it's better than paying 120 at one point. These were $120. Remember that. 120 freaking dollars. All right, for this card. This card doesn't even win you the game outright. It just increases your odds of winning by a lot more if you have it, and now a lot more people have it, and that's just like I said, seeing this price right here, 25, 24, that is way better. Like it just sucked to see a reprint and then see this thing command a $50 price point, and then have the original still at like $80, $90. So that's why I'm pretty much counting this as like the best reprint. Well, I don't even want to call it the best reprint, but in my mind, it's one of the best reprints. Any one of these, like except for Ferris. Ferris is probably obviously in the lower tier, but any one of these could be put as a pretty good reprint. Even this one, like the fact that you had to spend so much money and you just needed it for a small niche. You just needed to get Access Code Talker, and if you didn't have it, your deck was significantly less powerful. So even something as small as this being reprinted is very good. Ash Blossom Mars being good. Any of these could be interchangeable as the best reprint. But like I said, finally bringing this card down to earth is always good. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Thanks for watching. If you like what's going on here, please like and subscribe. If not, it's all good. And man, that'll be it. Catch you later, and I'll see you in the next one.